Good evening, everybody. Welcome back. I know it's been about a month, but here we are. We're back to streaming, and I said, why not play a little Sonic to get us started? So, without further ado, we're gonna play Sonic 2 tonight. So let me get that all pulled up, and here we go. So we're gonna start all over again. We'll just do it as Sonic. I feel like playing as Sonic today. Bum, bum, bada, bum, bum, Did I forget to switch my display? I forgot to switch my display. Apologies there, guys. I knew something was off. I'm gonna do one player, just regular Sonic. We'll start a brand new game. Gotta remember that I don't have my double jump there. Also, I'm gonna switch a little something here. It shouldn't affect me getting my 30 rings here. Look at how crisp it looks here. Last time I played through Sonic 2, I was playing with my brother at Christmas on actually Genesis, which was so fun. I only need to get to 130. I only need 17 more. The first one's always the easy one. One emerald down. Oh, that's right. I forgot that in Origins they let you keep your rings, which is very generous. Let's go for Emerald 2. I could have been a little tighter on those. We should be fine though. Yep, we're fine. $18 to go. Now I just need to not get hit and we're good. Yep, I figured they'd be on this side. Emerald 2. I think we get an extra life on this one. Yep. Yep, I have never appreciated that. Coconuts, whatever its name is. Thankfully, there should be enough rings. I'm just enjoying a couple of these help. These loops. Alright, as long as I don't get hit, we're good. We'll get our shot at Emerald 3. Boom, 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 boom. This is the one that's just a bunch of fours. Missed a couple there, but we'll be alright. That's alright as I would like. Okay, we'll be okay. Whew, that's tighter than I would have liked. How much do I have to get to? 160? Alright. Shoot. If I didn't get hit, I'd have that one. But this is an advantage of playing Origins. And we're just gonna do that again. There goes my hope of 7 for 7. This is already a much cleaner route. 6 rings ahead. Yeah, 7 from there. We're gonna be just good. Alright, now I just gotta avoid getting hit. Pick up some insurance rings just to make sure that didn't hurt me. My old comedic timing is back, as one of my friends would say. And there we are, 3 emeralds in the first act. Ooh, that's just enough for a continue, too. Which, you know, means now I have 935 of these coins. I've known that they're not on the display. Oop. Hey, you know, I don't actually need this. There's stuff outside my window. Alright, let's go for Emerald 4. Alright, we were 10 rings ahead. That's always helpful. I suppose I could have run in between them, but I didn't feel quite. I think I'd be quick enough. I only need 18, net 18 rings here. this is an easy collection of Emerald 4. And we get another extra life. And here we are. This is 5? I think this is number 5 we're going for, and we're still in Emerald Hill, and I love that. I remember there was one time somebody described classic Sonic as just like a giant arcade. You know, like classic Sonic games are more arcade games than anything else. And I think there's a wisdom to that. Because, like, I found this one. So we'll go for it again. But I'll probably do a lot better the second time because I know what to expect a little bit better. Kind of like you do with arcade stuff. You can memorize in the short term where things are. And so right there, I go from -4 to +1. Just barely enough, but enough. Remember 5 being a harder one than some of the others? I think 5 was harder than 6. Alright, now I need to almost double them, huh? Okay. Oh, 1 ring short. Alright, we'll do this another round. You can tell it's been a while since I played. So when I played with my brother, he and I were working together and we were in sync. There's also something to be said for using original hardware. Alright. 160, we can do this. Oh, we can definitely do this. There we go, Emerald 5. Oh, wait a second. We're gonna get 6 emeralds, assuming I don't get hit. We're gonna get 6 emeralds before we fight Eggy for the first time. I'm not going to complain about that. Alright, part 1 done. 140 rings. And only up to 210 today, okay. Alright, if I don't get hit, we're golden. Now I have a buffer, 2 buffers. Yeah, this is a first try victory. Emerald 6 is easier to get than Emerald 5. As iconic as the Green Hill bosses, this is always my original intro boss to a Sonic level or Sonic game. I think because I played this one the most. It's my favorite of the Genesis era games. That's enough for a continue if they existed in this game. But I think this is the most iconic level in Sonic 2. The music's wonderful. I mean, it's the one that got remade for Generations. In Act 2, you got the iconic water. I always played and let the stage carry me wherever it wanted. And there I finish with an extra life. I remember there being an old extra life in there. Also remember playing that part with my brother. He would, as Tails, have to rescue me from that spider badnik a lot. if we find a checkpoint, we have what we need to try and get that last emerald. Appreciated that those things that you couldn't go through that, you could go around it. Oh, here we are getting our chance at Emerald 7. Okay, part 1 is done. Alright. And now it's what? Only 210? Only? Oh, great. I just have to not lose rings. We got a buffer already. Buffer was very needed there. Let's get another buffer. Alright, we got another one. Great. Lost it. Oh boy. Well, there we have it. All 7 Chaos Emeralds. By the time we're done with Chemical Plant. Which means the rest is just enjoying the way this game was beautifully designed. Sonic can now change into Super Sonic. Hooray. This is one reason I'm glad to be playing in the Anniversary mode and not the Classic, that I can actually still platform. Because it's hard to platform a Super Sonic. Like, especially a spot like this would be torturous. The iconic Chemical Plant Zone, Purple Water. I swear, I would play through this and I would hear I would hear that countdown where you're running out of air. That thing is eternally ingrained in my nightmares. Oh, and... well, there's the first time I lost a life. I was trying too hard to be clever and use Super Sonic to defeat this boss. Oh, he jumped past... Ah! I'd never seen him do that move before. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bum, bum, ba-da-da-da-da. And I would always play so cautious around that spot because I was afraid of the immediate death by drowning through a bottomless pit. But there we are. Chemical plant. The aquatic ruin. I think aesthetically this is a very beautiful stage. When I was playing with my brother back in December, we explored and found some parts of this level that neither of us had seen before. Which is really cool, because we've been playing this game since... I don't know that we'd encountered, like, that checkpoint before. But yeah, we've been playing Sonic 2 since... I was 7 and he was 5? Oh, I didn't expect that level to be done so fast. Well, there's a continue and an extra life. I remember always trying to take the upper level here, but rarely being able to succeed. Because inevitably I would end up falling down. And I didn't realize you can get crushed by those things. Yep, I do not like that sound. Alright, once you get up here, this boss fight is a piece of cake. It's just a little more complicated if you're playing as Knuckles. I don't know that I've gotten hit by this boss in a very long time. Oh, sorry. Something showed up on my screen. This is such a cool concept of a level design. It sometimes is a little bit more difficult to control. But at the end of it, I think we're good with it. would spend so much time trying to get these jackpots and collecting every 10 points on those because they were points. And at that point, I didn't yet realize that every however much you got an extra life or what have you. I just wanted the points because they were points. Spinball is a game that this makes me want to play Spinball a little bit, and I've never beaten Spinball. I don't think. I think it's the one Genesis era Sonic game I've never beaten. Oh, let's try and get a bonus of some kind. No, almost 3 tails. Oh yeah, there's the Miles. As a kid, I had no idea who was Miles and why did his name show up. Oh, 3 Sonics. Alright, let's not push my luck. It was not complete until I got all 90. There's actually a couple more points for getting all of them. And then the impatient child that I was, those sections where you had to not necessarily just mash right or hold right threw me off so much. I don't think I ever really take advantage of trying to get through on the second level. You stay supersonic until you hit that. I did not remember that. Probably yep, that's just enough for another contingent. Again, not that they matter. driving my total coins up closer to the mystical 999. One cool thing about Sonic 2 is I know there are 10 levels, and every now and again I forget one of them, and it's always such a pleasant surprise. Because the ones I will forget, or I won't forget, are the first 3 and the last 3. Love it or hate it, and most people hate it, you never forget Metropolis, so. And Hilltop's music, look, there's not a bad track in this whole game. Hilltop's an underrated gem. And it feels kinda relaxing as a stage. When you think about what comes before it, Xenopolis is so loud and big. Now mind you, you've still got like lava and shifting things. We have it. Nice, easy 2-minute stage. With another extra life and continue. I wonder if I can reach... Aha! I did love how that stage would just use gravity to help you. You as you jump over like lava. It forced you to understand how things like pulleys and levers worked. I don't think I know this part of the stage. This feels new to me. I love that this game is 1992. This game is 32 years old this year, and I still am learning things about how it's it is set up. That's a sign of really good level design, where it's incredibly fun, but you can continue to find more and more that you didn't know was there. I mean, and now we're in a spot where I recognize things. And I almost fell right into that pool of lava. There we go. Another extra life continue. Or either continue. Extra life and continue. That would be a little excessive. Oh, Mystic Cave! I thought this was after Oil Ocean for some reason. But like, the level design I love, and I know I've said this when playing things before, but gosh, I love the green and purple. As much as those things are a pain, I think they're such a cool level, they're such a cool design, they force you to keep moving. And I said, I don't know the instrument that is making all of this noise, all of this sound. Well, I guess it's the MIDI chip, but I don't know what it's trying to emulate. I really, really like it. You're able to get just enough momentum to get over those. Invincibility? I mean, as much as I love the music, I also like having invulnerability. I don't think I ever noticed that those things would go down ever so slightly when you jumped on them. I don't know if that's an Origins thing or if that's an original thing. Anyways, level complete. Just racking up these continues. I wonder if I'll end up accidentally falling into that pit and triggering the bonus level. And I kind of like how, at least in this one, you don't get a special jingle for getting speed shoes or whatever you want to call them. But it does an adaptation on the actual level theme itself. Now we're gonna get the regular monarchy. Ah, I jumped over it. I think there's a spring at the end of that. why, but I feel like this would be my favorite stage that's not Chemical Plant or Emerald Hill. That was cool, going back into regular Sonic. How the shield changed from gold back to blue. Sonic's like, I have no time for this. Let's get on to Oil Ocean. But then I get to Oil Ocean. I don't know, is it Mystic Cave? It's hard to rank the stages. Metropolis is last. Sky Chase is second to last. And then after that, it's really hard to say. This stage is one where it's so easy to get a lot of these, but it's so easy to lose them all too. Oh look, he's stuck off screen. There's that extra line. Oh wow, this is the furthest I've ever had anybody join me from. What time is it out there? Almost 10 a.m. Okay, that's helpful to know. I always overjump these. Got the evil cloister spikes there. Alright, here we are, boss time. Alright, round 2. Jump. Thank you. I appreciate that you like this shirt. It's my one of my favorite Zelda shirts. And boom. Ah! Don't sink in the oil, Sonic. That would be embarrassing. I need my comedic timing, but not like that. Does this bring us to Metropolis? Yeah, here we are in Metropolis. Shoot. The aesthetic of this level is good. I despise these evil Star Youth. They'll come back. Ooh, that was actually a pretty cool move on my part. Stay perfectly still and they usually don't hurt you. The problem is you're trained to do anything but be perfectly still. And Kingdar comes. Oh, the overjumping. Why? Why do I do it? Invincibility was just after where I needed it. It's good timing. It's good placement. Come on. Last until I get up this thing. I do love the idea of running a giant bolt up and down. It fits so beautifully aesthetically in this environment. I thought that was a fall into a bottomless pit, and I was about to be very angry with the game. I think, is the longest it's taken me to clear a single act. With the exception, of course, of like the Emerald Hill, with including the Chaos Emerald chases. Ooh, that thing's just... Holy shit. Overjumped. Oh, I didn't realize that was like that. It's a cool hazard. Ooh, I don't think I've ever been in this exact part of the stage before. Oh! You know, because it's new, I'm gonna forgive the level for beat. That felt cheap. But also, like, the game saying, look, you're in his base of operations. Of course it's gonna be cheap. These aren't the scouts, these are the high players. These are the important players. I'm losing my analogies here. I just know I took down that sector. And I'm glad I'm not supersonic trying to navigate these platforms. Yeah, going supersonic made the ending of that stage much better. Worth it entirely. Ooh, that's right, the 1 Act 3. Which I'm sure threw people for a loop, because they're like, wait, there's only been 2 acts. What's this? A throwback to Sonic 1? I am afraid of those things. With good reason, I think. I'm like, I'm not dealing with losing rings here. We'll deal with Slippery Supersonic for sure. It'd be nice to ignore some of those ones though. I do like that as a little, yeah. There's a drawback to playing a Supersonic. You're on a time limit that you can increase by getting more rings. But like right there, I'm basically done with it. And then you're immediately vulnerable. Like I said, immediately vulnerable. However, it does make platforming much easier. Ooh, this may not end well. I do also love just the running motion. Like that looping animation. Alright, now I at least have rings for this round, which I will take 100% of the time. I don't speedrun, but if I ever did, this would probably be the end of so many. Oh, that was a pretty cool move. Okay, now we're further than we ever been. And right about time for the big bad doctor. I'm sure there's some way that doesn't involve me intentionally losing the ring every time, but I haven't found it. I'm just too eager to be done with this stage and head over to... Oh, Sky Chase is next. The one stage that you don't pick up any time with, really. I think it's the one stage you can't get a Chaos Emerald in. Yeah, you can get one in all the... Well, of course, you got your, what's it called, that thing? And we'll find out in a handful of minutes. Just take care of the Tweedledee things. I'm trying not to lose a life in this stage that everything is... that's actually on that's on rails. There we go. 209. And this is the spot where I didn't realize you could jump when I was growing up. And also neat thing is the one spot where it doesn't matter if you've had Tails with you before. It's single player entirely the rest of this bit. Which I wonder if that affects attempts for Chaos Emeralds. If your Tails character comes back for it, if you haven't gotten your 7 Emeralds yet. I don't know. What I do know is that I'm going to do the trick that I used to do where when lives mattered a little bit more. And that's that I'm not going to hit any checkpoints after that one. There's a great little failsafe. because you would always have another life. You'd always have another chance. And especially the times you would play a Supersonic. You would have unlocked Supersonic and you have to do some of this tight platforming. So not that part so much, but right down here. Like, this is hard enough to do at regular speed. Imagine having to do this at supersonic speed. So I would always jump over that checkpoint. So I would have as many chances as I needed. Which, as a kid, 100%. Hello, how are you doing? I'm doing well. It's good to be back to streaming. And figured I'd come back to one of my favorite games. I'm glad to hear you're doing well. I'll say, hard to believe I'm almost at the end of this game, too. Oh, it is such a good game. It's my favorite of the classic Genesis ones. Has been since I was little. I appreciate that you stopped being supersonic here. Now it's time for this gauntlet. After we get to outer space, which, yeah, this is the first time in Sonic you end up in outer space. Which has definitely become a trope. Yeah, Death Egg, here we go. Yeah. I remember the first time I beat the game, I did not. That's a fair point. I also forget about a lot of what Sonic CD does because I didn't play it until I was an adult. But I grew up with the Genesis. We never had a Sega CD, we never played it on PC. Alright, I know that my strategy here is incredibly slow, but I never learned anything else that worked for me, so it's gonna be like another 5 minutes before I finish this stage. As I managed to immediately lose there. Oh well. I remember when I didn't know you could hit Silver Sonic here twice. So I learned... Oh, shoot. When I first learned it, I just was one hit every time. That's really impressive. One of these days I'll have to see how that's done. I forgot that he does that. There we go, there's my first hit. Oh, I'm sure I absolutely could. It's like I remember when I encountered this robot in Generations. I can imagine. Because there is no margin for error. If there were a single ring in this stage, I would play it so differently. Yeah. And I know this is even harder to do as Knuckles because his jump is nerfed. Man, the stress that comes into this. Oh, that makes sense, yeah. And I know that, yeah, Tails makes these things so much easier. But hey, I don't mind that one bit. I remember the first time I realized this boss took more than 8 hits. And I was like, did I miscount? And it only made my anxiety in it go higher and higher. I want to learn it, but when I'm not on stream. There we go. Oh, I believe that. Thank you. I've never seen that. I love that. I love that little icon. You're welcome. You gotta appreciate when you see something good. Yeah, you made some nice icons. I like it. Counts just as much in my book. I love that end screen, but I feel like it's one of the few ones where it looks better if you're regular Sonic. Thanks again, so good to have you with us. You too. I mean, I'll be honest, once the credits end, I'm gonna call it a night too. But I can't not pay attention to these credits. I've been on for an hour and a half. It's the first time back in a while. I got work I gotta do in the morning, I guess. Nah, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. You did, and I appreciate that tremendously. Gosh. When I think of that's fair. That's fair. I'm not a big enough channel to get there yet. Also, I get paid to be a teacher anyway. Oh, neat. It's probably not like Casino Night Zone, though. And I do love how he's just angry. Now, why is the roulette called the Devil's Game? I'll be darned, I never did know that. That's a fun fact to go out on. Alright, good people, thank you so much for joining, whether you joined for just a moment or you joined for a while. It's been a joy to be back to streaming. We'll be back again next week at this time. Probably playing something else, but we'll see what we play. But until then, wonderful rest of your night, wonderful rest of your week. Take care. God bless.